Hey there friends, it's Melanie, and I'm here today to share with you my April debt recap as well as my May budget. I meant to film this video at the beginning of May and life just got a little bit crazy for me, so I haven't had a chance to sit down and do it, but I figured that I would go ahead and do that today and share with you guys. So let me first share with you kind of how the month of April went. Okay guys, so for the month of April, we were able to put aside or put into our savings about $200, not about 200, but $200, which was our goal for the month. We are just kind of trying to put some money aside when we can and build up our savings. Basically, this is kind of our emergency fund, but we have our emergency fund set aside and we're just trying to get a little bit more. So I guess this would be considered like our 6-month income padding. But yeah, so we were able to put that aside, but more exciting than that, in the month of April, we were able to make what, in my opinion, is a pretty sizable dent in our debt. Now we still have quite a bit of overall debt, but to be able to put this much toward our debt in 1 month, I was really excited about this. I was hoping that we were going to be able to do half of this, but we had some unexpected income come in the month of April. My husband was able to do some extra work and bring in some extra income that we had not planned on, and it actually was more than we expected. So we actually paid off a little over $800 in our debt in April, and I am so excited about that. I was able to completely pay off 3 credit cards that had pretty low balances on them, and then we just paid what we could on each of our other ones. So our 3 lowest credit cards, I completely paid them off and they are gone, never to be heard from again. And then we just made minimum payments on the rest of them. But yeah, I mean, that felt absolutely amazing. And so I'm really looking forward to the month of May, seeing what we're able to pay off this month. But that is basically how we did in the month of April. Okay, so for the month of May, our budget kind of looks as follows. We kind of have a little bit of a difficult time budgeting for things like our electric, because it can really fluctuate depending on the weather that we've had. Sometimes in the spring, we can have a bill that's pretty low. For us, what's considered low, which, by the way, what's considered low for us is still considered pretty high for some of our friends. But that's what you get when you live in an older house. Or we can have bills that are kind of high because it gets super hot in Texas super early in the year and we have to run our air conditioning. So it is a little bit difficult for us to plan, and to know kind of what to plan. But what I'm hoping is that over time, we can just take an average and we can start to see, okay, let's just plan for an average, and that way we'll know. I'm not kidding you guys. Sometimes our bill can be as low as $180 and sometimes it's as high as $500, and it is really kind of it's hard to know what it's going to be. I mean, I can guarantee you during the summer it's definitely on the high end of that because it's hot in Texas during the summer, but during the spring it's really up in the air. We never know. So other than our bills, like the utility bills and stuff like that, I am budgeting $600 for groceries this month. Normally I budget $800, but this month I did do some of a little bit more of my grocery shopping at Costco than normal. And so I reduced my grocery budget and increased my Costco budget just by a little bit. My Costco budget is usually $250 to $300. And this month, my Costco budget is actually $400 and my groceries are $600. So overall, that's $1,000 that should be able to feed us and get us everything we need, really, whether that's diapers or, my goodness, you guys have seen what we buy at Costco. So that should get us what we need. I do have a very small Amazon budget because, it's like $100 because I order certain things from Amazon, like our baby wipes and just a few things that we use around the house. But I don't spend a lot of money on Amazon when it comes to household purchases. So that's our budget for groceries and our budget for Costco. and even my budget for Amazon. Another thing that we are definitely budgeting for this month is homeschool curriculum. I am needing to buy curriculum here within the next probably 2 to maybe 3 months. I would like to get it sooner rather than later, and that's going to cost us probably around $400 to $500, but that $400 to $500 is going to cover the curriculum for all 3 of my kids that I will be homeschooling. So that really is pretty good. Last year, the homeschooling curriculum, well, the past 2 years that the homeschooling curriculum that we used, it cost me $900 each year. And so that was kind of steep. This is literally half of that price, which I think is pretty awesome. But that's something that I will need to be like spending pretty soon. I've already started budgeting for it a little bit, meaning I've been kind of putting some money away for it. But that is something I will be purchasing here within the next couple of months. Another expense that we have during the month of May is that we are going to be paying for our kids to go to church camp. Our 2 oldest girls will be going to church camp during the month of June, and that is not necessarily cheap. So we are also budgeting for that and trying to save money for that, trying to give the kids opportunities to help earn some of that money so that they can know the value of working. So that is something we're definitely putting money toward. And because we have the expenses like church camp and homeschool curriculum and so forth, I've really kind of reduced our budget in other areas that maybe we would have been able to afford to splurge a little bit more. We don't have any birthdays in the month of May or in the month of June, so that kind of helps out a little bit. My husband and I's anniversary is in the month of May though, but we'll see what ends up happening. I don't know. We're not really the type that we're going to go, you know, lush and extravagant for our anniversary. But that was a little bit off topic. Because we do have some expenses this month that can be a little bit more and are definitely not a regular monthly expense, I've cut down our budget in some other areas like clothing, maybe some entertainment, basically just things that are non-necessities. We're kind of cutting back on the non-necessities this month so that we can afford to do those things that we, you know, need to do. Okay, so the last thing for the month of May is that I actually have some additional income coming in, not just me, myself, but my husband and I have some additional income coming in that we weren't previously expecting, but it's just been recently offered to us, an opportunity to have some income come in. And so we decided that there's nothing wrong with that at all. That can't hurt. So we're going to have that coming in, and I'm hoping that with that we can put all of that towards debt this month, and so maybe have another, you know, nice hit on our debt, our overall debt by the end of this month. So that's basically it. I know that was probably kind of short and rambly, but that kind of is what it looks like so far right now for us. I'm not really sure in what way to share these videos with you guys, so let me know what you would like to see. If you have any specific questions, just let me know and I'll be happy to answer them. I need to come up with a better way, a better format to share all of this with you guys, but I'm really unsure of what to share. You know, I don't feel 100% comfortable, or I don't feel comfortable at all sharing like exact amounts of our income. I'm not going to share that, but I can share some things with you guys. But let me know what you would like to see, and if it's within reason, then I absolutely will share. Again, I'm so sorry that it took me a while to film this video for you guys. Things have just been crazy. We had to finish up our homeschool year this year, and then we've just had a lot going on. So with that being said, I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned because I'll be back with another video very soon. Bye now.